Hey everybody, welcome back to the UAB Blazers Dynasty here. After scoring a season high 59 points, we had went into our rival at Memphis and laid a complete goose egg on the board. They dropped 26 on us, held us scoreless. Today we're looking to try and rebound here against a UConn team that I think is actually having a pretty good year. I think they're about 5 wins in already, 5-3. We are 4-3. We start this one off getting it out to Klein. He's actually able to pick up 5 here. We've started off multiple games now with a little RPO set, kind of testing the defense, seeing if they're going to want to really attack the edges and play that disciplined football. As we wanted to go with an RPO here, we hand this one off. That's the incorrect read. Now we have Joe Fagnano, the senior QB, who's having a pretty good year, 2,000 yards, 55% completion rating. As UConn will hand this one off to Cam Edwards, and he goes for a short gain of only 3 yards here. Expect to hear that name a lot. UConn will use him in both the run game and the pass game, looking for the tight end Hansen, not able to hang on to it. Now on 3rd and 7, obvious passing situation. Fagnano is going to get hit as he throws, and just not able to get anything there is Nigel Tate, able to finally get that pressure he got there at the last possible second. So we'll get this ball back. Not too much time has passed in the first quarter. We hand this one off to Jacobs. He jukes outside. He gets a good run of 10 yards for first down. Now Kitna dropping back. He'll find Milliner for another first down here. Back-to-back plays of at least 10 yards. Going for the screen, Caleb Brown nearly getting a first down, 8 on that play. I think if he keeps it outside, he's gone for a touchdown, but wanted to make some highlights. Handoff on the draw here to Jackson, getting us to 3rd and 1 and trying to get the ball out this time on that RPO. Our read got tackled there. Going for it on 4th and 1. We get this one to Brown, and he has a first down and then some more. A nice gain of at least 10 yards there. Now Kitna dropping back. Looking over the middle, this one is caught. Now 1st and 10, another handoff to Jackson on the counter run. He's got some room there. That'll bring us 2nd and 5 up to the 7-yard line. Trying to play action this one. Kitna rolling, looking for his tight end there. Not able to get it. So 3rd and 5. We tried to go short over the middle to Hooks, and that one's going to be incomplete, batted down. But we would make this field goal to give us 3 points to be the first ones to actually score today. Nobody gets points until halfway through the first quarter. This might be one of those slow burner type games as Cam Edwards goes down for no gain there. Now 2nd and 10. Fagnano goes out to Edwards on a little swing pass. He spins out a defender and he gets shaken up. He'll actually return later on in the game, but behind him will be Mel Brown. That is a name that you'll hear us calling a lot. And he'll go ahead and start off with the ball here, and he'll start off with no gain there. So 2nd and 10. Fagnano looking left side. This one is caught. That is Parker able to get them some yards there, bringing up to 3rd and 3. Finally getting the snap down. Quick pass over the middle and broken up. Looking for Parker there, and then everybody loves that animation. As we'll hand this one off to Jacobs. Not able to get anything here. Going for another screen with Brown. Getting close to the same results there. Another catch, another first down there. 1st and 10 here. Play pump fake there. Getting out to Jacobs, who jukes out one defender before being taken down after a gain of 5. A handoff to Jacobs now, and he is brought down. Tough by King there, their Mike linebacker. And now Kitna, this one's batted away as he was looking for Hooks there. It was kind of high up in the air, so we end up having to punt that one away. Quick pass outside to Parker once again. Parker, that's 3 straight attempts for him now. Do I see 4? No, we change it up now. That time it's Simmons on the catch, and he actually gets shaken up. Passing the injury now, 3rd and 4. We send a little bit of pressure, and Fagnano is actually going to throw this one. Not the best of his passes. End up being incomplete. We go for a toss play out to Jacobs, who's got a little bit of room, trying to find some blocks, and he's able to gain 6 there. Coming to the end of the first quarter, another handoff for Jacobs. He'll have the first down here. And that would be the final play of the first quarter there. As now Kitna finds Klein for a gain of nearly 10, putting us second in inches. Finding Jackson over the middle. This one's broken up, actually. We had him there. It looks like we're going to go with a handoff for Jackson once again. And this one goes nowhere, bringing us 4th and 1. And we'd have to attempt from 57 yards out. And this one is going to be no good, wide to the right. So getting UConn the ball back here. This one will be a handoff to Brown. Looks like he's going nowhere here. 2nd and 7 now. It's a read option. Fagnano has some blocking. He's going to break a couple tackles. He'll fumble the ball away. And this one's picked up by Perry Fisher. And we get one of our first achievements here on the actual game. Fisher able to pick that ball up and get the offense another chance to try and rectify what happened in the previous drive here. Going for Brown there, pretty dangerous throw. Could have nearly been picked off there if the defender was a little more ready. This time we go short to Klein. He will have near first down, 3 yards short. And we will hit Klein again. Same play, flipped, same route, And the result will be a first down. Now here on 2nd and 10, we get it to Hooks. He's going to turn this one up on the jet sweep motion there. Now 3rd and 5, we cannot get this one away, so we're going to have to attempt a field goal. This time, we're a lot closer, 42 yards out, but it's going to be wide to the left. Okay, so we've got one down the middle, we've got one to the right, we've got one to the left. If the pattern continues, our next field goal will be down the middle. Now a handoff for Brown here, losing 3 yards. That's Tariq Watson able to come up there and make the play. Now a screen pass for Brown. This time Bryant comes up, drops him for a loss of 4. So putting UConn in 3rd and 17, an obvious passing situation. We can kind of let the defensive line just go for it. And we had some pressure, and he'll end up just throwing this one away. I thought we were going to get the sack there. We got some pressure. We got him off his spot, so I guess that does work. As Kitna a high ball there for Jackson, he's able to come down with it. Now 2nd and 3, looking to actually do something with this drive here. Short to Klein. He's got plenty of room, and he wanted to drop the hammer on a little guy, but just did not have the power to do so. Got to remember, I think he's only about 200 pounds himself there. Try to go for the screen pass to Brown. He'll break one tackle and actually get us back to somehow a gain there. I thought we were only going to get back to the line of scrimmage as Jackson would juke out one defender on his swing route. Drops the ball. It's a fumble. It's picked up, and UConn has it now, going 30-25, tackled down at the 22-yard line. A huge momentum shift, as now both teams have fumbled. Both teams have recovered their fumbles. But it looks like we're actually going to be down here clearly before that ball comes out. So we would get this football back. It'd be a handoff to Jacobs right up the middle. Plenty of room there for a first down run. And now an RPO out to Ferguson, who jukes out. No, excuse me, not juking. He breaks a tackle of the first defender. Now coming 2nd and 2, going outside to Klein. That's a touchdown. So we actually go ahead and take this one up 10-0 as Klein is there to celebrate getting in the end zone. And had that fumble stood, I think UConn would actually be taking the lead 7-3 here, because all the momentum would have went to them. So now 1st and 10. Going over the middle to the tight end. Hansen, another near first down catch there. Brown, another carry. He'll break the first tackle, not breaking the second one. Watson able to come up there and make the play. Now another handoff to Brown. He had a great block there, and he goes backwards. That's Josh Baca to make that play. So we get this ball back again, and Kitna gets sacked. That's Vincent Carroll Jackson able to make that play. 3rd and 17 now. Can we find a way to pick up the first down? We will. Milner splits the safeties, and he is gone. And right before halftime, too. Able to put more points on the board as we go up 17-0 against UConn here. Really trying to put on display that last week was just a fluke, and we're just riding the highs of dropping the most points that we've dropped this season. Going outside there, that one was caught by Murphy. Not able to go anywhere. Luckily enough, not able to lose any yards for them either, as Fagnano has plenty of time here. Nearly intercepted there. AJ Brown almost had one. Now Fagnano 3rd and 10 going over the middle. This one will be caught. Chris Parker able to make that play. Going back to Chris Parker there. This time going over the middle. This one's caught by Brown on the angle route. And UConn looking to start driving down the field. Might be able to put something on the board before halftime here. This one going for tight end will be dropped. 2nd and 10. Short over the middle. This one's caught. Simmons able to check back in the game to make that play there. Didn't realize he was able to come back so soon. Only called his name, I believe, one time. As now Fagnano looking to try and make something happen here on 4th and 4. And this one will be incomplete. It would also be a flag for holding on the play. So what we would do is decline it and run out the rest of that clock. They get the ball back coming out of half. Fagnano looking, trying to scramble, figuring something out, taking a shot. Finds a man, Caleb Burton, but he's not able to hold on to it there. So 2nd and 10 now. Handing this one off to Mel Brown. He goes nowhere. That one goes for a loss of 2. So now 3rd and 12 as we look to just send the pressure. We nearly get there. And it would be Simmons on the catch. Not able to get to the first down there. We would try something fancy with a little angle screen here. Not too much going on for us. So on 2nd and 10 here, we go outside to Jackson. And he's trying to fight through to make a play. Baron Franks would get shaken up here. And he would come back later as Jackson takes a draw play. Able to gain the first down there. Now I click substitute. I want to bring in Logan Moore. Jackson finds his way back onto the field a lot sooner than I would have liked and allowed. Now looking for Klein here, and he'll be tackled down at the 15-yard line. So we are already within scoring range once again. As now Kitna goes short to Hooks. And again, this is what I meant when I said he checked back in earlier than I thought. Baron Franks would be shaken up again as Jacobs would actually get us a 3rd and 3. RPO outside for Milner. He fights his way through for the touchdown there. So we have managed to score 24 points and hold UConn to 0, giving them the same treatment that Memphis gave us last week. As Edwards checks back into the game, he's breaking some tackles. He's fighting for it. Able to gain 4 there. He gets a carry here and will only be able to gain 3. Now 3rd and 3. Fagnano finds his tight end. Hanson able to make that play. So a first down, 10 to go. UConn looking to try and get something on the board and get some momentum. Fagnano looking to run with it, and he's taken down by Brian. Only a gain of 1 on this play. Pistol formation now. It's going to be a handoff to Edwards. Able to gain 3 there. 3rd and 6. Defensive line licking their chops, getting ready to fire off, see if they can get to the QB. And we bring a zone blitz here, and he has a man open. Simmons finds the hole in the defense, and UConn has some life here. They are within scoring range for the first time all game. Short pass here now to Murphy. Only a gain of 3. 3rd and 7 though. Fagnano looking. He finds Hanson, and he gets into the end zone there. So UConn drives down the field on some big plays. Able to make something happen here. Jackson goes for a loss of 1 here. Short over the middle to Hooks. Able to gain 7. A little bit back from that lost play. And we would get a first down to Caleb Brown here. Getting us past the 30-yard line. 2nd and 8 from the 35. Kitna wants to move a little bit, and that fun favorite animation there causes us to drop this one, putting us a 3rd and 8. And this pass nearly picked off, so we might as well have just had a 3 and out there. Giving UConn the ball back and allowing them to try and start really pushing forward with momentum here as Edwards spins out. A couple defenders on his way to a first down. Another handoff for him. He's got great blocking. Another spin move. He gets this ball after he stiff arms somebody into the dirt, literally dribbling a man to the 43-yard line. Now a handoff for Brown, as Edwards actually will need to be spelled there. Going into the fourth quarter, we have an 18-point lead, but UConn is looking to chop into that lead within the next few plays here. Hansen able to make this catch, bringing it to 2nd and 2. Now Fagnano, no pressure, going for Hansen again, and Hansen just does not get his hands up there. He had the catch. It was right there for him as Simmons would get the first down to continue to drive. Now Fagnano, 2nd and 9 here. Wants to scramble, and he'll fight through what would have been a sack, able to get a gain of 2 there. And we're going to send 6 to just make sure that this drive goes ahead and ends. We get Jermichael off the edge there. So they would add a field goal, 24-9, and we would go 3 and out. And Hansen gets another catch. I think he ends this game with like 10 or 11 catches. They just kept finding a way. They just kept finding a way to get him the ball. Excuse me for cutting up there as people are driving by and everybody has loud exhaust now. I didn't know we did that in the city. Over the middle here. Parker able to make that catch. Nearly a first down. I mean, the ball's right there. You might as well have given it to him. 2nd and inches. Handoff to Edwards. He's got great blocking. Hurdles over a down man and gets the ball inside the 25. The 1st and 10, 23-yard line. Fagnano, there's no pressure. He's looking for the end zone again. He wants to try and get Hansen a second touchdown there. This one would just be incomplete. Now he goes short. This one caught by Porter, getting to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal went nowhere. So 2nd and goal, RPO out to Hansen. He breaks a couple of tackles. He reaches for the goal line, gets to the 2-yard line. It'll be a handoff to Edwards. That'll bring up 4th and goal as we stop them there. But they are determined. They only have 4 minutes left in this game. They're trying to make anything happen here. And Fagnano, where is he going with this one? He goes up, and it's Caleb Burton able to come down with it. I don't know why we're playing behind the defender there when the ball's in the air. Go get the ball. But they do chop into this lead. It's only an 8-point game now. Looking on 3rd down to try and just push the ball a little bit down the field there. And we will have another incompletion there to give this ball right back to UConn. They have all of the momentum here. Murphy on the catch for a first down. Rapidly approaching the 2-minute warning. Fagnano holding on to it, rolling out right. And I don't think this counts as a sack. I think that counts as just a tackle for no gain there. As this time he goes over the middle. Parker, first down inside of 2 minutes now. They can score, but they would have to get a 2-point conversion. If anything, we need to keep one, if not both of those things from happening here. Really don't want to go back into overtime. Short, Hansen, first down, catch, down to the 24-yard line. And this one into the end zone, Burton on what I thought was an RPO, maybe a play action, but he just took off on his defender across from him. And they would get this. They get the game within 2 points here. They still do have to go for the 2-point conversion here. Going under center, we think they're going to run it. Sending a man in motion. They're going for a pass here. And who else but Hansen, the handsy tight end. He's able to get that one. And can we get down the field and get something on the board, or are we starting to look at overtime here? We get a first down that would stop the clock. Now another first down opportunity as Milner gets this catch, gaining 5 here as he's over 100 yards on the day. Getting a screen pass to Jackson. He tries to cut it up inside. 3rd and inches. We need to keep this ball moving. As this one is up pass looking. Has a man open. It's Klein. And I think we are now within field goal range. It's just a matter of, do we trust our kicker? We're going to try and get a little bit closer here. Over the middle of Jackson. He's inside the 10. He's inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line. Now all we can do now is center this ball and kick the last second field goal, or we can just go ahead and walk into the end zone there. Maybe not the smartest decision. I think that's what UConn wants because they have all the momentum. We haven't been able to stop them here in the fourth quarter as they don't really have any time here, but they could make a play, and this one's nearly picked off. And 3 seconds left to go. They need a miracle to try and continue the comeback that they're on. And this one's caught by Burton, but he'll be tackled down at the 40-yard line. You know, he makes one man miss. He could be gone, and we could be looking at some overtime here as we nearly blow a 24-point lead. Yeah, matter of fact, I think we did blow a 24-point lead. The score definitely does not show what happened here, but we had absolutely no momentum in the fourth quarter. And had we gone to overtime, you would see that they would have scored completely 24 unanswered points, forced us to overtime, and they probably could have walked away with a victory in this game. Luckily enough for us, we do manage to put some points on the board. A quick view at the scouting as we are first for everybody that is up here that we really have on our list at the moment, and we're just trying to make sure that we can continue to push there. As next game, we do take on Rice. Hope I was able to keep things a little more interesting for y'all. I was trying to go ahead and hurry up and get this one out. It's a lot of stuff going on right now, but season's coming along. I will see you guys in the next one. Subscribe, like, all the good stuff. Push the video out. We're almost at 50 subs. I think we're sitting at 47 at the time of me doing this. So thank y'all for that. Let's see if we can get to 50.